I mean, I like, Cheryl, that this is coming from you, from an economic journalist for that matter. And it's hardcore, because if I had two political people debating this, it would have been mayhem on the screens. But you're giving us numbers, you're giving facts. So that's a good thing for viewers. They can for sure consume what you are saying. Cheryl, one big question that everybody is asking. Yes, all the factors are out of the way. What should they do? Should they stay invested? Should they withdraw their money? Is this what everybody has been talking about, a bubble being corrected? Is that what it is about? So is there going to be, are we already at the low and are things going to move upwards any soon? How should those who have invested or want to invest, how should they be looking at this?
So one of the primary, and this is the top asked questions to all of our market experts, as to what do you do next? What should investors do? See, Sneha, one thing that is very clear, and everybody needs to know that very clearly, is the fact the Indian economy is solid. The macroeconomic fundamentals of India is solid. There is nothing that you need to worry about. You invest today, but if you are an investor, you have to invest for long term. It has to be 10 years. It has to be 15 years. It has to be, you have to think of the future. You cannot only think about the fact that, oops, the market has fallen now. What do I do? Do I need to take out my money? That's where, most of them err, because you cannot sort of do that.
So are you saying there's a cautionary note for small time or mid cap investors? Is that a cautionary note for them?
It is indeed, because the fact being that, yes, that's the space that has seen the maximum amount of correction at this point in time. It is your small cap and the mid cap area, which is also known as your broader markets, or now it is a newly found term known as mids. That's where the maximum amount of correction has happened. But we need to know that these companies did see a massive run up as well. They did see a massive rise over the last 4 years. There was no stopping for this entire arena, given the fact that what everyone saw, that these companies are not those big, large cap, big conglomerates that you're seeing, right? These are companies which are homegrown, built in, more of these manufacturing stories, more of your consumption stories. They are the ones that are building India. So a lot of them actually put in their money. But the fact is, how fast you rise, that's how fast you fall. But that doesn't mean that the quality of the stock is smoked. It's still there. If you are investing in the quality amount of stocks, then this is the time. You should be invested in the Indian markets, irrespective of what it is, provided you're thinking of the long term and it's not the short term story at all.
Sure. My last question, Ms. Cheryl, here, I know you don't know the future, but just because of who you are and your expertise, as it were, how would you answer the question to those who are saying, when is this bleeding going to end?
That's one of the questions that I get every day.
To hit lows after lows.
That's one question I get all the time, Sneha, given the fact that at ET Now, I do host a show, which is Buy Now, Sell Now, where I have investors writing to me day in and day out. And I must tell you one thing, that there are investors who become matured over the last few years, understanding that this is just a cycle. The fact that the markets are falling is the time where I can invest my money into the Indian markets, given the fact that it is coming at such a time that I don't have to pay big bucks to get big companies, right? Now I can invest it at a price that is very comfortable for me. And I know these companies will last for a long time. When this bleeding will end, nobody knows. Given the fact that you have very crucial days to watch out for. One is March 4th. That's when you will have the tariff coming on Mexico, China, as well as Canada. And the other one being, the most important being April 2nd, is when the reciprocal tariffs of Trump, that's what he said that he will be announcing, it will be effective from April 2nd. So all eyes on that, given the fact that in that reciprocal tariff, India will also be one of those candidates which will have to bear that tariff along with the European Union, because you have time and again where Trump has actually spoken that India really is the tax king or the tariff king.
So, Cheryl, you are essentially dismissing this whole concern about the direction that we are taking as being anywhere close to the 2008 route. You're saying stay invested long term, and it's not going to be bad as bad as 2008 was. Is that what your larger message is?
That's the larger message from all the market participants, Sneha, because we've been speaking to who's who of the Indian markets, and their communication is very clear. that this is not something that you are, staring at a crisis that you've been seeing in 2008 or so, given the fact that right now we are on a very solid footing as an economy, as the way how
Right.
the Indian market is structured, the companies, we have very mature businesses that are functioning out of India. So there is no reason to be concerned about it. No doubt, yes, such correction do come in, and they're warranted given the fact that when your prices go inflated, there's somewhere that sort of needs to stop. So this is a healthy correction, is what most of the market participants have said. Yes, broader markets where your small cap and mid caps have been, and they've been smoked or bruised badly. Yes, there's an area of caution, but you need to wait and watch and then take your steps closely. Just because markets are corrected doesn't mean you go all out. Watch your steps closely, because there are a lot of sectors
Right.
that could be impacted either way.
Cheryl D'Souza, thank you very much for your time. I'm sure viewers would find everything that you've said extremely valuable. Thank you so much for breaking down all the complexities in very simple ways. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sneha, for having me on the show.